In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 MLB games happening on August 19, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 MLB games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Baltimore Orioles versus New York Mets. An interleague series is set to begin on Monday as the Baltimore Orioles face off against the New York Mets. The Orioles are coming off a mixed series where they dropped 2 of 4 games at home against the Boston Red Sox. Meanwhile, the Mets are riding a bit of momentum after winning 2 of 3 games at home against the Miami Marlins. This upcoming series is notable because it will be the only time these two teams clash during the regular season. When analyzing the performance of the starting pitchers in the month of August, a stark contrast emerges between the two. Trevor Rogers, who will take the mound for the Orioles, has struggled significantly, compiling a win-loss record of 0-2 with a sky-high 7.53 earned run average and allowing opponents to hit at a .357 clip over 14.1 innings across 3 starts. On the other hand, David Peterson, who will start for the Mets, has been in much better form, posting a 2-0 record with a stellar 1.56 earned run average, holding opposing hitters to a .194 batting average over 17.1 innings in his 3 starts this month. Offensively, there's a slight difference between the two teams, with Baltimore averaging 4.5 runs per game, while New York has been more productive, averaging 5.33 runs per game. As the series kicks off in New York, the Mets are counting on their ace pitcher, David Peterson, to secure a win on Monday. Although Peterson joined the starting rotation later in the season, he has been nothing short of exceptional, compiling a 7-1 record, with the Mets winning 10 of his last 12 starts. His performance has been particularly impressive in his most recent outings, where he has posted a remarkable 1.56 earned run average over his last 2 starts. In contrast, the Orioles will send Trevor Rogers to the mound. Rogers has had a tough season, reflected in his 2-11 record. While some of his struggles can be attributed to a lackluster Marlins offense earlier in the year, he has not demonstrated dominance, evidenced by his 4.89 earned run average. Moreover, he has allowed 5 or more runs in 2 of his 3 starts since joining Baltimore. Both teams are vying for a playoff spot, but the Mets appear to have the upper hand with Peterson on the mound and Brandon Nimmo finding his groove, having homered in 2 of his last 3 games. Although the Baltimore Orioles have been the better overall team this season and may be worth considering if the betting line is favorable, they are at a disadvantage being on the road and starting Trevor Rogers, who has not been the same pitcher since his All-Star appearance a few years ago. On the other hand, the New York Mets desperately need to capitalize on their home games if they hope to secure a wild card spot. They've seen considerable success this season with David Peterson on the mound, and their offense has been heating up in recent days. With Rogers' recent struggles, this situation seems to favor the Mets, so the New York Mets money line is our full game side pick. The bullpens of both teams have had their ups and downs this season, with the Orioles ranking 14th in the majors with a 3.94 earned run average from their relievers, while the Mets are a bit further behind, ranking 18th with a bullpen earned run average of 4.14. Since the All-Star break, both teams have played 29 games and have been scoring effectively. The Orioles have averaged 5.38 runs per game during that stretch, while the Mets have averaged 4.41 runs per game. Given the offensive firepower on display, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Angels versus Kansas City Royals. The Los Angeles Angels are hitting the road at the start of this week, set to face off against the surging Kansas City Royals in what promises to be an exciting series. Currently sitting in 4th place in the American League West Division, the Angels find themselves just ahead of the Oakland Athletics, who occupy the last spot in the division. Meanwhile, the Royals, who hold the 3rd and final wild card spot in the American League, are riding high after completing a sweep of the Cincinnati Reds over the weekend in Cincinnati, Returning home with plenty of momentum, the Royals appear to be firing on all cylinders as they prepare to take on the struggling Angels. Kansas City demonstrated both their offensive power and pitching depth during their three-game sweep of the Reds, scoring a total of 26 runs while allowing only 3 runs across the series. Royals starting pitcher Seth Lugo, though coming off a rough outing against the Minnesota Twins, has been a standout for the team this season, especially after signing with them in the offseason. Lugo has racked up 13 wins, 17 quality starts, and an impressive 1.09 WHIP. On the other hand, the Angels' pitching staff has been plagued by injuries and inconsistency, forcing them to rely on Carson Fulmer as a regular starter. Fulmer, who spent most of the season in the bullpen, has made 6 starts but has managed just 1 quality start. The Angels have lost 3 of Fulmer's last 5 starts, and the Royals have won 3 of the 4 games against the Angels this season. As Kansas City enters this matchup, they are riding a 4-game winning streak and are just 3 games behind the Cleveland Guardians in the American League Central. The Royals boast a strong 38-25 record at home, while the Angels have struggled on the road with a 26-31 record away from home. Los Angeles has now dropped into a tie for last place in the American League West with Oakland, and their pitching staff has been a significant weak point this season. The Angels will be starting Carson Fulmer, who has struggled throughout the year. Meanwhile, Kansas City will be starting Seth Lugo, who, despite recent struggles, has been solid for much of the season. Given the Royals' strong home performance, I believe Lugo will bounce back. So the Kansas City Royals to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The Royals' offense came alive during their weekend series in Cincinnati, scoring 26 runs, and they have proven to be even more dangerous at the plate when playing at home. Kansas City has gone over the run total in 3 of Seth Lugo's last 5 starts, as well as in 4 of their last 5 games overall. All-Star Bobby Witt Jr. has been on fire, hitting over .400 at home since the All-Star break, and he is expected to have another strong performance against the Angels' pitching staff. The Angels, too, have frequently gone over the run total, doing so in 4 of Fulmer's last 5 starts and in 2 of their last 3 games leading into Sunday's series finale against the Braves. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Boston Red Sox versus Houston Astros. 2 American League teams, each with different standings in the playoff race, are set to begin a crucial early week series on the baseball field in Texas. The Boston Red Sox will be on the road, starting a 3-game series against the Houston Astros on Monday night. Boston is coming off a road trip where they concluded a 4-game series against the Baltimore Orioles on Sunday afternoon, hoping to secure a series victory. In their previous outing, the Red Sox secured a 5-1 win in the 3rd game of the series on Saturday night. Meanwhile, Houston wrapped up a 3-game home series against the Chicago White Sox, with the rubber match taking place Sunday afternoon. The Astros won the 2nd game of that series 6-1 on Saturday night. Earlier this season, in their first matchup, the Astros swept a 3-game series on the road against the Red Sox from August 9th to 11th. Just 2 weekends ago, the Astros dominated the Red Sox in a 3-game series in Boston, culminating in a lopsided 10-2 victory where Houston's offense overpowered Boston's pitching. The Red Sox only managed to put up a real fight in one of those games, and even in that contest, when Houck was on the mound, things didn't go their way. Despite Houck performing well by giving up just 1 run over 6 innings, the Red Sox bullpen crumbled. Houck's recent struggles have been evident, as he hasn't pitched through 7 innings in his last 11 starts. This presents another opportunity for the Astros to exploit Boston's inconsistent bullpen, which has been continuously shuffling players in an attempt to improve. The Red Sox pitching staff, particularly against Houston's top hitters like Altuve, Bregman, and Alvarez, face significant difficulties. If Boston can't find a way to contain those players, they might be in for another tough series. Yusei Kikuchi has looked rejuvenated since joining the Astros in a trade from the Toronto Blue Jays. While it's a small sample size of just 3 starts, his performance with Houston has been notably better than his time in Toronto. The Astros have been on a roll, winning 9 of their last 10 games as of Sunday, which has catapulted them to the top of the AL West after a challenging start to the season. On the other hand, Boston managed to win 2 straight games against the Orioles after losing 6 of their previous 8 contests. While Houck has kept the Red Sox competitive in recent games, the Astros currently have all the momentum. Houston has continued to play exceptionally well over the past few weeks, widening the gap between themselves and the Seattle Mariners in the American League West standings. The Astros hold a 34-27 home record this season, while the Red Sox have been strong on the road with a 36-27 4.6 record. Boston's pitching has been a major concern since the All-Star break, but their offense remains potent, ranking 4th in MLB for runs scored. Tanner Houck, Boston's starting pitcher, has had mixed results recently but has delivered strong performances in his last 2 starts. Houston starting pitcher Yusei Kikuchi has been excellent in his 3 starts for the Astros. Given Boston's current pitching woes and Houston's hot streak, the Houston Astros money line is our full game side pick. Heading into Sunday, the Red Sox had seen the over hit in 64 of their 122 games this season, resulting in a 64-51-7 record for the over. Boston ranks 4th in MLB in runs scored per game, averaging 4.98 runs per contest, with an average total of 9.73 runs per game. On the road, they've been even more productive, averaging 5.31 runs per game, with an average total of 9.72 runs away from Fenway Park. In contrast, the Astros entered Sunday with the under hitting in 70 of their 122 games, leading to a 70-48-4 record for the under. Houston ranks 13th in MLB, averaging 4.61 runs per game, with an average total of 8.67 runs per game on the season. At home in Minute Maid Park, the Astros have averaged 4.78 runs per game, with an average total of 8.63 runs per contest entering Sunday afternoon. Given the recent solid performances from both pitchers, it's likely that this game will stay under the projected total. Therefore, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.